How do I do this? Kill. How do I do this? I've never done a Mori before.
What's up, my dudes? It's Turd, and I got another informational commentary video for you guys. A bit of a, let's say, science experiment, if you will. Now, I'm going to be running the Huntress with Iridescent Heads, an Infantry Belt, and an Ebony Mori offering, in hopes that it proves how overpowered this fucking combo really is. Now, in order to prove this, I'm going to be running 0 perks. That's right, you heard me. I'm not going to be running any perks at all. Now, I shit you not, I have never used an Ebony Mori before. And I only have one Ebony Mori in my inventory, so this is going to be pretty funny. I am willing to break that in the name of science. So let's jump into it. Let's take a second to talk about how fucking terrifying this Huntress skin is. Holy shit, if that was coming at me, I'd probably just give up. Okay, we spawned in the main building of Coal Tower. I'm going to check to see if the basement's here, which it is. And based on where I spawned, I know the survivors are going to spawn between these 3 gens right here. There's a bunch of shit blocking my view, so I'm going to peek to the right and see if I see a survivor.
Oh, kids are getting moried now.
Did you just see that? Let me slow down for you. There's a survivor running in between those trees, heading from the spawn location to the generator on the right. These structures to the right are very strong, so I want to force her to the left by showing my light on this side of the rock, forcing her to go around the pallet. Maybe she'll throw it for me. Okay, I know she's looping it. Okay, I'm hoping to get the pallet or a hit. Now she makes a mistake there. I get an easy hit. I didn't see which way she went, so I'm assuming she went back to the pallet. Now, I should throw my hatchet there to knock her. I didn't. Instead, I'm going to break the pallet and see where she goes. Realistically, she's probably going to go to those strong structures, which she did. And now I'm going to give her chase. Now, if she throws the pallet, I'm going to get an easy hit, which she did. Now, as a survivor main, right there, when you're facing the Huntress, if you hear her pull up her hatchet, don't throw the pallet. Just keep looping. All right, off to a good start. Now, I want you to pay attention to the audio and the quick visuals here.
Okay, Sparky, I know you're here.
I'd be very impressed if you caught anything, so let me break it down. Here's Nia trying to body block me between the 2 trees. I can confirm that by the scratch marks left on the rock showing that she came this direction. I'm going to twist around the tree to the right so that she can't body block me, and I hear her scamper away. Let's run that back in normal speed and see if you can catch it for yourself. It's these little things that eventually you'll pick up on. So let's go find Nia.
Okay, Sparky, I know you're here. Where did you go?
Okay, there's Nia.
There you are.
And I walked right by her.
I saw you, don't worry.
I'm going to grab some hatchets because I only have 2. Survivor just got unhooked. I'm going to smack her. Okay, so the person that unhooked her has borrowed time. I'm going to go and apply pressure to the other people and let Meg go. She has to mend, so that's going to take time. Now, I know there are 3 survivors in this area, and only 1 survivor that's unaccounted for, which means there's only 1 survivor that can possibly be working on gens. Now, realistically, I should have been able to hit Nia, and then after hitting Meg, I should have been able to chase Claudette, but I lost her, and I played that like shit.
Here, I hear him over here.
Okay, I just heard crying over here in the structure. I see scratch marks. And I can tell by the voice that that's Meg, and that's unfortunate because I do feel bad. And a lot of you might think, oh my god, that's tunneling. But
sorry, sweetheart.
I gave her plenty of time to get away. Mr. Turd, what's tunneling? That's a great question, Timmy. Let me show you a clip. Because most of the survivors out there don't know the true meaning of what tunneling is.
Shit. Kinda did the gen right beside where I was.
That was a 3-gen chase.
Now, you see, Timmy, This killer had tunnel vision and decided to chase one survivor for the total of
He's just
3
camping right
completed
beside me.
generators. So, Mr. Turd, that's the definition of tunneling? Well, Timmy, that's just part of it. As
Yeah,
you
bruh.
see here, this douchebag of a killer is just waiting patiently for someone to come unhook this survivor. And then he's going to chase him
Pick me up.
instead of chasing the other survivor.
Oh, he won't pick me up. He's just
You
gonna
see,
fucking Mori me.
Timmy, not only did this
Forgot about that.
pathetic excuse of a killer chase one survivor for a total of 3 generators, but he decided to camp
And
that
this is what I'm
survivor
talking about.
and then go ahead and tunnel
Oh,
him.
no, he
And
picked me
then
up.
this numbnuts doesn't even know which button is the Mori and decides to pick up the survivor, allowing him to DS him. And of course, what's he gonna do, Timmy? Yes, that's right. He is going to tunnel the
He's gonna
same
chase me.
survivor instead of hitting the other survivor that's clearly the easier
Literally
choice.
went to you.
Thanks, Mr. Turd. Fuck that
Use God if
douchebag
you have
killer.
to.
Yes, Timmy. Fuck that douchebag killer. Alright, back to the trial and me doing my first Ebony Mori.
This kill. How do I do this? I've never done a Mori before. Bye, doll. I feel bad, kind of. Should I?
Now, when I hooked Meg, I remember Nia running to the right, which would either put her at the generator up in Coal Tower or the generator straight ahead. And just like that, my situational awareness was spot on.
Which way did they go? That is the question.
Okay, I'm in chase with Nia. Now, I pulled up my hatchet too late and she was able to vault the window without me hitting her, so I faked my stain to the left side of the wall, knowing she's going to double back through the window and I'll get an easy hit. Now, the survivors still don't know that I have iridescent heads. I've been using mainly my basic attack, and the hatchets that I have thrown, the survivors have been injured before I hit them, so they still don't know that I have iridescent heads. Now, I don't know what the Neo was doing here, but I'm going to take it. Now, realistically, I should be hearing 2 generators popping right now. The Claudette that got the unhook on Meg, there's a generator right where that unhook is, and there's no reason why she shouldn't be on that right now. So I should hear that pop. That's where I'm going to head right now. And the 4th survivor that I haven't even seen yet, what the hell is he or she doing? Okay, Nia is unhooked, and I would have thought Claudette was over here at this generator.
Yeah.
However, the progress done on this generator isn't much, so it makes me think that maybe Claudette went to unhook Nia. So, I'm going to patrol to the generators to the right to see if they have any progress done. Now, when I get over there, if there's progress done on these generators, I know that the missing survivor is over here working on these generators, and that Claudette went in for the unhook save on Nia. Okay, so there was no progress done with all 3 of these generators to the right. So now I know that the missing survivor went for the unhook, and that Claudette is in fact over at the generator I just kicked earlier, blending into the environment. So I'm not going to go look for Claudette, that's going to take too long. I'm going to come up to the coal tower, because usually that's where people think is a safe spot to heal. So there weren't any survivors healing in the coal tower, but from this vantage point, I was able to see Nia by this generator and get a quick hit on her and get into chase. Nia is a urban evasion gamer, and to be completely honest, these last 3 survivors are way too immersive and very boring. Now finally, Claudette gets the generator done that she should have got done a lifetime ago. And just like that, it's going to be a 2v1 with 3 generators left. Now that means that the hatch has not spawned yet. They would still need to finish 1 more generator in case they found a key in one of the chests. So I'm very confident that I should be able to get the 4K in this trial. Barring that the survivors don't play super immersive and I get bored and just decide to DC. Now, I fucking shit you not, these last 2 survivors do absolutely dick all for the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'm not going to bore you with that, I'll speed it up until I see Claudette. god, that was fucking ridiculous. Well, here's the Claudette slow vaulting a window. Okay, I'm in chase with Claudette. That puts me in a really good position right now, and that's because the hatch has not spawned yet. Now, if you're not familiar with how the hatch spawns, you take however many survivors that are alive and you plus 1. That's how many generators need to be finished. So, in this case, you have 2 survivors that are alive, you plus 1, that equals 3. That's 3 generators that need to be completed for the hatch to spawn. Well, they only have 2 done right now, so the hatch is not spawned. So, because of that, I'm going to hook Claudette, and worst case scenario, the other survivor will come unhook Claudette, and now I know that there are 2 survivors over there. Best case scenario is I go find that other survivor and I kill them. Now, if there was the hatch, right, if the hatch was spawned, I would slug Claudette and go look for the other survivor. And just like that, Claudette's pulled off the hook. And our mystery survivor is Steve fucking Harrington.
Come here, Steve.
Get your sweet ass over here, Steve. Alright, I'm going to pull up a hatchet in case he throws the pallet. He does not. I'm going to fake to the left, swing back to the right. Easy hit. Now, unless Claudette has Iron Will, this should be pretty easy to find. I hear her crying, so I know she doesn't have Iron Will. And that is the game. Now, I understand these survivors weren't the best survivors in the game, but that doesn't discredit what I just achieved. The fact that I ran 0 perks is extremely impressive. Being forced to use audio and visual cues as my only means for tracking is really impressive. It was really a challenge. And I think it proves my point that Ebony Moris are way too overpowered, especially when you bring them with iridescent add-ons, like Iridescent Head, or whatever it may be, whatever the killer is. It's just way too unbalanced. And I'm not even a killer main, I just understand the game.
Okay, well, 4K.
Now, this video is a part 2 to the video I made last week about add-ons paired with offerings and how they can be overpowered or unbalanced. And I also gave a solution, a way to balance that out. And I think it's important that we discuss this for the integrity of the game. So, if you want to watch that video, it'll be popping up on the screen at the end of this video. Please click on that. And if you enjoyed what you saw here, leave a comment. I love reading the comments. I get back to everyone that contacts me. Thanks again. Talk to you soon.
Damn, son.